Team, how are we all on this lovely grey but warm Saturday morning? Instagram, tell people to come in, and I'll get started anyway. So, not a major one today, guys. I say that every time I come on to it. Not a major one. Today I want to talk about kind of environment and setting yourself up for success in terms of your goals, not necessarily just health and fitness, but whatever it is that you're kind of working towards in your life right now. Now, one of the things that I've noticed with myself, probably more so recently, again, I've banged on about the Euros so much. Honestly, I don't really talk about football. I'm a Blackburn Rovers fan. We're terrible. We're a bad team. There's no reason to speak about them unless we get promoted to the Premier League, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But on a serious note, I've been talking about the Euros a lot recently and kind of banging out about that. Now, the reason why I'm kind of touching on environment, your environment, you want to try and set yourself up for success in terms of your environment when working towards your goals. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, I use the Euros as an example for myself. I have had quite a few beers throughout the last month or so. I've had other things going on as well, but in terms of like watching football, England in particular as well, I've had a few beers. I don't really tend to drink that much in the grand scheme of things anyway, or go through kind of phases. Probably like a lot of people, in all fairness. But what I've found is I'm lacking a lot of energy in general. Motivation is not the highest, and the kind of routine kind of out of whack because I'm lacking a lot of energy. I'm probably not sleeping the best anyway. So when I'm talking about environment, I'm not setting myself up for success in terms of for myself right now, although I am aware of what I'm doing, which is kind of a good thing to be being aware of what you're doing and knowing when you've got that cut-off point. But when I get beers in, I know they're going to get drunk, essentially. Simple as that for me. So in terms of my environment, in terms of health and fitness, I might set myself for success with my environment. I'm getting beers in, there's alcohol in the house. If it's there, I'll tend to kind of drink it. That's just kind of the way I am. So, and the kind of after effects of that is I lack energy. Routine kind of takes a bit of a hit, and I kind of lack motivation. Is a myth, but in terms of because I feel sluggish, I really do lack any sort of inhibitions to kind of do certain things. I'll do it just because I know that I should do it and I have to do it as well. It doesn't mean I'm on top form every single day. Now, I'm setting myself up for failure if I'm looking to lose weight, or if I'm looking to add on muscle mass, or just looking to kind of feel better within myself energy-wise on a day-to-day basis. Now, that's because the environment that I've set up for myself isn't working. It's not setting myself up for success. So when it comes down to any sort of goal, whether it's health, fitness, lose weight, adding muscle mass, getting fitter, whatever it is, make things as easy as possible for yourself. I think it was in the book by James Clear, Atomic Habits. Now, I'm not going to paraphrase because I can't remember specifics, but this kind of elements what I'm going to speak about now that's taken from that book with regards to make things as easy as possible for yourself. Your environment dictates your success to a certain degree. So if you know that you'll lack the drive to, to exercise at home if everything is as it is, you get up in the morning, you get up, make yourself a cup of coffee, but you haven't got any of the equipment out, and you know you probably don't have the drive to it, then you're not really helping yourself. So what I'm suggesting is, if that's the case, you know that you're a morning person, you've got more energy in the morning, you're definitely not going to do it in the evening because you haven't got any time, because you've got kids, family, or whatever it is in the evening. Then what you can do is get your clothes out, ready to go. Put them on the end of the bed. So step number one is done. As soon as you get up, bang your gym clothes on or your exercise clothes on. The second aspect of that could be putting a note. If you brush your teeth directly after that, put a note next to the mirror or on the mirror saying what you're going to do, what time you're exercising at, and what you're going to do in the session you're going to do as well. Again, step number two, you're kind of reminding yourself, holding yourself accountable with something that you can see, you can read, and you can take an action from. Then, if you've only got like a living room or a kitchen, or you don't have like a specific like area in which you can exercise, like a garage or anything like that, then in terms of the night before, get your equipment out. Obviously, have it in a storage somewhere within the house, but get your equipment out that you're going to use, or even if it's just a yoga mat, get it out the night before when you go to bed so it's ready to go, essentially, okay? And again, once you go downstairs, go to that point, get started with it, okay? Or maybe grab yourself a drink of water first, or whatever it is with that one. Obviously, there's certain steps you can do before that, essentially. But make things so it's like in a sequence, okay? So you've got clothes on the edge of the bed, gym clothes in the bed. You've got your note on in front of the mirror when you go to the toilet or brush your teeth in the morning, saying what time you're exercising at, what you're going to do in that session. You're going to go downstairs to the area which you're going to exercise, and you're going to exercise. Obviously, you'll kind of wake up first. You may probably better grabbing a pint of water as well, just to get something down you, or maybe a cup of coffee. But again, you've got that sequence. You're setting yourself up for success. It's the same when it comes down to nutrition as well. Now, I'm not someone who is super strict. I don't necessarily kind of push that with my I don't restrict. I don't really push it with my members. However, it's about taking onus and taking control of your current situation, guys. Okay, if you know for a fact, as I mentioned about alcohol being in the house with me, especially lagers, time of the year probably doesn't help. Football being on probably doesn't help that as well. Then I know that if I don't have it in the house, I'm not going to have it, essentially. So take it out of the equation. If you know that you are like to have it, don't depend on willpower to stop you from having it, okay? There's only so much willpower we have. Make it easy for yourself, okay? If you know you're going to have a full pack of biscuits, you know you love crisp, okay? You got full packet of Walker's prawn cocktail, brilliant crisp. Or you, I don't know, you got Magnums in the freezer as well. It's all things that Magnums are amazing, to be fair. It's a great time to have them. But say, for example, you know you're going to have Magnums if they're in the freezer. Well, if you want to get kick-started, get them out of the way for the time being, okay? Cut them out. Set yourself up for success so you can get a little bit of momentum. You're actioning things and you can start building that momentum up, okay? And then you can start thinking about adding things in there in terms of what you are doing as well. So think about your environment. Are things that you've currently got in place, are they supportive of what it is you want to work towards, whether that's health, fitness goals, losing weight, wanting to get fitter, or even if it's kind of looking to learn a new course. Are you set up? Do you have your books out? Do you have your notepads out? Do you have your study area? Or whatever it may be, you're going for an interview, or you kind of set up, or you're researching the job, or you're looking into the company you're trying to go for an interview for, whatever it may be. Set your environment up so it leads you to success, okay? Take willpower out of it as much as you possibly can. Less thinking about it, okay? I've said before in previous videos about trying to, kind of lost my train of thought here, about trying to make sure you're taking stress out of it as much as possible, take thinking out of it. And that's where the planning comes into it. So this is kind of part of the planning essentially as well, but you are creating the environment so it starts to become second nature. Yes, it will take time. Yes, it will take some concentration to begin with. You've got to put something in to get something out of it, okay? As Einstein said, in terms of doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, is like insanity, basically. And I do agree with that. And to be honest with you, I'm the same as anyone else, so don't get me wrong with that one. Venice, you're my lovely. If you've got any questions about life, give us a shout, mate, as well. But yes, so these are things to take into consideration in terms of your environment. Also, as well, in terms of, now this is a bit of a controversial one, I'd say, but the people you surround yourself with, or the community that you surround yourself with as well, guys, okay? So if you want to kind of work towards getting fit, but you are, now, let me just kind of put this thing into context here. When you are trying to work towards any goals, always speak to those closest around you, your friends, your family, because without those guys supporting you, then it's going to be very, very difficult for them to know what you need from them support-wise, but also how to necessarily hold you accountable as well at the same time, okay? So before you start any sort of steps towards a goal, always have a chat with those close to you. Let them know what it is you're doing, why you're doing it as well. And when I say why, I mean really dig deep into why you want to achieve something, okay? What does it mean to you? What will it mean to you to kind of achieve whatever it is you want to work towards, okay? Because they'll let them understand, help them understand what it is that you want to do so they can support you. Because if you don't do that and you start doing stuff out of sync, and it will be out of sync to what your current lifestyle is, then they're not going to know what's going on, and it will just cause more aggro than what it's worth. So always have that conversation. Now, in terms of, so agree, your tribe has a massive impact on you. Exactly, Venetia, exactly. Now, tribe is a good word to use. What is it? Your tribe, what is it? Your vibe attracts your tribe, or your tribe attracts your vibe, whatever it is with that one. There's a certain saying to it, but it's so true as well at the same time. Surround your people that will help lift you up, okay? That will help support what it is you want to do. So whether that is joining a gym, whether it is joining a running group, whether it is, I don't know, joining online coaching. Oh, hello. Whatever it is with that one, a Facebook group. Like say, for example, Nim, my partner, she has joined, like she's really into gardening at the moment. Love the garden. She's gardening at the moment, but she's joined certain Facebook groups to do with plants, things like that. And what that does, it gives her feedback on kind of what she's doing with certain plants and how she has that kind of support, has that accountability. No, it's not a paid group, it's a free group to be fair, and you can get that anywhere. And that's where it's quite nice for her to kind of link to, because it's positive reinforcement of things she's doing, but also to kind of help her if she's kind of not going down the right route with a certain plant. So it's all about being accountable, but it's also about having the support as well at the same time. You don't want to kind of surround yourself with those who will enable negative behavior if you want to work towards a certain goal, because all that will lead to is frustration, because you're going to be saying, so say for example, you wanted to lose weight, and you're doing exactly the same. You've just started exercising, but you're eating exactly the same things. You're still going out having pints of lager or whatever it is every single night. And they're enabling you to still do that. And you're kind of frustrated. You're not seeing any results. Now, there's a reason why, because you're still doing the same things. The people you're with are enabling you to do that. Okay? Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I am all about getting balance. Okay? Work hard, play hard to a certain degree. But again, you've got to be surround yourself with people who are going to support you, push you, but also kind of be there to shoulder when you need it as well at the same time, essentially, guys. Okay, so have a think. If you don't have those people around you now, I'm not saying you have to kind of bomb people off. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is sometimes it's joining certain groups for those who know what they're doing, or those who are kind of the same headspace of where you are right now, to help you work forward towards that goal, guys. Okay, and I hope that helps today with that one, guys. Okay, squad. So that is all from me. Essentially, your vibe attracts your tribe. Exactly, Venetia. That is it. Your vibe attracts your tribe, essentially. But again, sometimes you've got to go through different things to find out what works for you. Okay, guys, because it's not necessarily the first thing that kind of may work for you. It might be you'd rather play a team sport rather than going to the gym. Whatever it is, it's got to be something that you enjoy doing. Again, sometimes that takes a little bit of experimentation to do that, to find it, and there's nothing wrong with that at the same time, guys. Okay. Now, in terms of kind of getting started, guys, in August we will be doing. So we did have an accelerator, but we have decided to push that back into September now, guys, for unforeseen circumstances. We can't do it July, unfortunately. But what we will be doing in August, we'll be having a 7-day free Kickstarter, in which we'll be talking about trying to build in very, very simple steps, very simple tasks for you to kind of kickstart you working towards your health and fitness goals, guys. Okay, so we'll be dropping the date in the next week or so. That will be in August, guys. So if you are looking for a little bit of a kickstart, like I say, it's completely free. Nothing, no kind of much value with that, but you'll get a hell of a lot of value from it as well, guys. So do keep your eyes peeled and your ears to the ground. You will definitely hear about that, guys. Okay, team. So if there's anything to take away from this video today, guys, okay, is set yourself up for success with your environment. Okay, set things in a sequence. If it's about exercising, make sure you've got your gym clothes out in the bed, or go to bed in your gym clothes. It's a bit weird if you did that, though, although I have known people to do that. Put a note on the mirror when you brush your teeth, what time you're exercising at, what you're gonna do in that session. Get your equipment out the night before, so when you head downstairs, it's ready to go from there. Another example is if you drink alcohol, if it's in the house, don't get it. If you eat biscuits in the house, you'll have the full packet, don't get it. If you eat loads of crisps in the house, just don't get it. Now, I'm not saying that you can't ever have these things again, but I'm just saying try and get a little bit of momentum first and foremost, then we can start look to incorporate things back into what you are actually doing, guys. Okay, set your environment up so you can succeed, guys. Okay, plan what you're doing. Take the stress out of life. Okay, take the stress out. Life is stressful as it is. Next one is about your vibe attracts your tribe, which Venetia kindly kind of put out there for us as well. But yes, surround yourself with those who, or join a community with those who are going to enable positive results, not enable the negative things or the actions that you're doing right now that's not necessarily kind of help you work towards your goal, because that will build to massive frustration, and then you'll just end up back to square one. If not square one, it'll be even further back with that one, guys. Okay, team. So, like I say, try certain things out. Join groups that kind of work for you as well. Work with a coach. Hello. Those who know what they're doing as well. Like I say, in August, we'll be doing our 7-day free Kickstarter. So if you are interested in that, do give us a shout as well. But that is all from me today on this wonderful Saturday, guys. Hopefully tomorrow we will not be singing the Italian national anthem, but football, hopefully, will be coming on, guys. It's coming on. It's coming on. I'm joking. It better come on. It better come on. I'll be very disappointed if it doesn't. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, team, and I shall see you next week's squad. Hopefully, our European Champions team. Peace out, A-Town. Dude.